several people, probably 7 or 8 kids a year, who buy their helmets, and then they graduate, they take them out. It helps me on a conditioning rotation, on a helmet rotation, and also keeps me from having to purchase 30 helmets when I buy 25. I mean, the numbers work out in the long run. So hopefully that makes sense. We understand that it's not that we can't offer these helmets. We want to make sure your kid gets what he wants. But even if you don't purchase one, they will be in the best helmets possible, which are on that list right there. Your equipment order is going to be attached to this as well. And if you've done it before, you know there's a website to go to, a code you punch in, and you're going to order those things. It's very simple. You're going to see this year that we have not only Under Armour, but we also have BSN orders on there. We wanted to offer a cheaper alternative this year, just to be sure that we're covering all bases as far as trying to take care of our patrons and our kids and what they have. All that stuff is legal to wear. It's all fine as far as the school goes. The thing, we do not require any equipment to be purchased. We require 0 purchases. What we do require is that they have a blue and gray SA shirt, they blue and gray SA shorts. We do not care if it says football, we do not care if it says band, we do not care if it says tennis, as long as it's blue or it's gray, or it's blue or it's gray. That's what we want, okay? So if they have them last year, they don't have to buy new ones. If they don't have any, you'll have to buy them, but they'll still continue to carry over into the next year. As long as I am here, we will wear blue, we will wear gray, we will wear blue, we will wear gray, so therefore it can continue to roll every year, because I don't want you to have to buy it every single year if you don't have to. A lot of people buy, and that's great. We want you to spend your money on that stuff, but I don't want to force you to. So understand, it's not required as long as they have blue, gray, blue, gray. Hope that makes sense. The cleats, they don't have to buy the Under Armour cleats that are listed on this sheet. But you're not going to find a better price anywhere than on this BSN sheet. I do not believe it. If you can, that's fine. But I want them in white Under Armour cleats so that we all match as a team. It's very important. Again, they don't have to buy it through BSN. So if somebody gives you a pair that's white Under Armours, that's awesome. That's great. I have absolutely no problem with it. The fundraiser we're trying to do at this point, I know it's going to be very difficult this year, and obviously this is something I've thought about. It's going to be very, very different than it has been. Of course, we're getting away from what we did last year with the All-Sport fundraiser. We're going back to the team fundraiser. So what we will do again is we will sell the discount cards, and we will sell the drawdown tickets this year at discounted price. I'm working on getting the tickets and stuff together, trying to get the cards. The lady that does the cards is going to come by soon. I've got to get all those numbers fixed, because obviously it's a different time than it has been, different year than what it's been before. What happens with that fundraiser is if you sell $10 worth of stuff, you get $5 put towards your meal or travel fee. We'll talk about in a minute. If you sell $800 worth of stuff and $400 goes to, 50% of everything that you raise, no matter what you raise, 50% goes to the football team, 50% goes back to you. And it's an attempt to try to help alleviate some of the financial burdens that can be put on y'all through the sports at the Starkville Academy. And I'm trying to help with that. It's been very successful. Last year, again, when we did the all sports, tried to do it as a school, was not as successful, so we backed off. It went back to the individual, and I feel confident that we can get somewhere around that number. We've always raised about $18,000, $15,000, some of that range each year, but not all of that, of course, goes straight back to the program, because you get half of that. So we end up getting only about 7 or 8 as a football program, and we spend it on football, shoulder pads, pants, jerseys. Everybody knows that we have some of the best gear, some of the best equipment out there. We've tried very, very hard to put our guys in the top of the line. Everything, we want to be first class in everything we do. We want to outwork everybody, but we believe in the look good, feel good, play good as well, because it's just the true thing. And it's important to us, it's important to our guys, and that's why we do those things. But a large portion of our money that we take and we put towards that is earned by the kids, and I think it means a lot to them when they put a jersey on. They really paid for, and they get to earn. And of course, when they graduate as seniors, they will get to keep a jersey because technically they would have paid for that at some point throughout their life. I could break this stuff down all day. But as discount cards, you've seen it before, you know it. Again, I understand it's going to be a little bit different this year, and we're going to do everything we can as an athletic department to try to continue to cut costs, because fundraising will be a little bit different this year, and I get that. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'll go out and sell 10 times the amount you always have, and it's going to be fantastic. You have pregame, postgame meals that we do for the players, junior high and high school. The pregame meals I'll take care of. The postgame meals I need parents to take care of. And what I need from each, I need a representative of each class, a mom from each class, to be able to take on that role as kind of the person who organizes. Then I'll put the 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade mom together, the 10th, 11th, 12th grade mom together. It can be a dad too. Usually moms do that because the dads, for varsity especially, tend to do our poorhouse meals, which are our victory meals on Monday evenings. That's something else totally separate, but most varsity players understand and know that. Parents, excuse me. So I'll need moms to volunteer 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and I'll put those together. Then they can enlist who they need to. And the way that works is y'all will order the food, pay for the food, and I will reimburse you. It's easier for me to do that than me to try to give you money and then come up short and we're trying to make up for it. If you just bring me the receipts, I try to get the money back to you as fast as I can. This year should be a lot faster than last year because I'll have the money on the front end because of the fundraiser not being the way it was last year. But I still feel like it went smoothly last year without any real issues. The amount for junior high is $100 and the amount for varsity is $120. That does not cover everything. That does not cover all your post-game, all your pre-game. Fundraiser covers a lot of that. And so I try to make it as cheap as I possibly can in this event. Of course, we're playing more home games, both varsity and junior high this year. The schedules will be attached to this email as well. So that's a great thing. We won't be on the road as much, so y'all won't be responsible for as many post games. Hopefully, our plan in varsity is to, instead of being on the road through the playoffs the whole time, we're going to stay at home through the playoffs the whole time on the way to the state championship run again. So $100, $120, I think that's a reasonable amount, and it's worked really well for the past few years in conjunction with the fundraiser. The travel fees, if you don't know about travel fees, we can talk about that separately later, but most everybody understands there's a $125 travel fee for junior high, $150 travel fee for varsity. That's paid to Miss Prosser, it's not paid to me. If you give me the check, I'm going to take it to Miss Prosser. So it's easier if you'll go ahead and take it to Miss Prosser. She'll bill it to you through a company that I cannot remember the name of right now, but she will bill that and you can pay it, I believe, online or drop off a check to her. The amount of money that you fundraise could possibly go to that. So if you raise $500, that's $250 to the football, $250 to you. $150 goes to the travel. $120 goes to your meal fee. That leaves you what, $120. I'll lose the count here. $130 left. Sorry about that. $130 left, and you only owe $20 to your travel. I would take care of paying all that for you. She would bill you the $20. And so the more money that you're able to fundraise, the less you have to pay towards football. Obviously, the less you fundraise, the more you have to pay. But you'll see the amount right there in front of you that you only have to pay. I'll only require that you pay $270. I have to have the meal fee because I have to be able to feed the guys. Of course, our travel fee is very important to getting our guys to and from their locations with a professional bus driver, with a professional bus company. So, again, I can always answer those questions, anything about that. I've already kind of touched on the season attendance expectations about not being mandatory, but we expect them to be there, and we really, honestly, never had a problem with this in my several years, how long I've been doing this, and even the times when I was just an assistant coach. We never had a problem with our guys missing practices, and we want to keep it that way. So there's obviously expectations we set, and we'll tell your sons, our guys, this stuff. Our expectations are going to be set for them. They know what we want from them and what our expectations are, and that there's consequences for their actions if they're not actions that are putting their team first, putting their family first, and making sure that they are not embarrassing any of us. That's something we talk about all the time. So that comes to the end of this. I did not mention, I'm not sure why I did not mention, I think I just skipped that part, about the participation documents that go along with the concussion form. As you'll see on this email is an OCH form. That's going to be the one for the concussion. Okay, so if you know your son did not get a concussion test last year, you can go ahead and fill that out. Send this back to me, whether it be hard copy, you can email it back to me, which is just as good. And again, this is only 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. So all 9th graders would have to, all 10th graders this year would have to take this. Any new people coming in would have to take this. And if you know that if your son didn't play football last year, he'll need to do this. And this is just a way to have a baseline test, if you remember. Again, concussion form has to be filled out. That's an activity permission or participation form, that we require, the MS requires, Strawberry Academy requires before your son can participate in any sport. That's not just football, this is any sport, dance team, anything like that. We have an activity permission form. This gives us some insurance information and basically saying your son's planning on playing sports, and this is saying that that you're planning on, you're not planning on, you are allowing him to participate. It also gives us information for insurance purposes in the event that we need that. This is also a physical form that you can get off the Starkville Academy website. I'm emailing it to you right now. Most doctors have their own physical forms, but we have this. And even though the public schools and the association have come out and said that we can bypass the physical forms after a certain date, there's too many people who's already expired who does not fall into that date. So we want everybody to still get their physicals, their concussion forms, and their activity permission forms. It's very important to make sure that the doctors don't catch anything that we would not see that might endanger your son's health playing any sport, not just football. I think I pretty much covered everything. Again, try to talk fast, try to get through this. Had we been there, it'd been about the same thing, because most of you know how I like to talk and how I like to talk fast and move on. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email myself or Coach Wright. Coach Wright, of course, the head junior high coach, me being the head football coach. Our email and cell phone number is on there. Email is always the best. I probably won't answer a strange phone number, especially if it's Mr. Nicholas, because I know that when he calls, I can ignore him. But email is always a good, quick way for me to respond quickly or see it and remember to respond when I get a chance. Again, questions are always welcomed, especially in this time, because typically we'll be answering questions on. I try to answer each question on this sheet every year and add to it with any questions I remember from the year before. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity to coach your sons. We look so forward to this year. With all the craziness going on, I'm so confident and excited about the future of not just football as a whole, but Starkville Academy football. So thank you for your time. Hopefully I made this in like 5 minutes. Probably didn't. But again, any questions, just let us know. Thank you so much.